across the city today if they know that Fraser Forster will be with us for the near future.
Well, Christopher Julian, hero this afternoon. A finish, we mentioned it, Dodson Edwards was only on a few minutes, and a finish worthy of any French striker, but side-footed it in. It's incredible to think that was our only shot in target, really.
Well, obviously Mike, he cleaned through, having slipped, would have hit the target as well, but it wasn't to be. But you only need the one goal to win a game, Paul, and that's what's happened today. Well, our first shot on target, I think both teams, and defensively, I think at the back post there, they conceded. Well, we get better in the second half, and had a real determination. We conceded a few attempts in the first half, but Neil must have had a few words with him about going to defend the penalty box better, and that's what he did in the second half. Obviously, I like that to watch. A level of performance that was unsurpassed in goalkeeping abilities that I've ever seen. It was just absolutely outstanding. It beats all those legends down the years that you've ever talked about, that you've ever seen. World-class football, world-class goalkeepers.
I'm so delighted for Jeremy Frimpong as well. Just, so unlucky for him to get sent off, but to get that, to see the team win, he'll be absolutely delighted.
Oh, without doubt. You don't want that to happen, because you think you're going to cost the team the game when that happens, and I think it was the correct decision from what they call him. So absolutely no complaints on that one. And obviously the red card as well, because it wasn't a clear attempt at a ball. I don't think you get given a red card if you make a clear attempt at trying to tackle for the ball. So but he will be every bit, if not more so, joyful than the rest of the players tonight, because it's a huge relief for him that we've managed to dig deep and get the victory.
Well, what an incredible performance. Celtic 2 points clear at the top of the Premiership, into the last 32 of the Europa League, and now the 2019 Betfred Cup winners. It's the fourth year in a row that Celtic have won this trophy. 1 down, 2 to go.
Yes, and we're the only team that can win the treble again this year now. It's absolutely fabulous that we can do that. We're in a position, we will play better than what we've done today, but I wouldn't mind that if we're going to win the league and win the cup. I'll settle for that, these kind of victories.
Scott Brown leading the team up the steps again, as always. He is a veteran. This is his 20th trophy as a Celtic player, his 18th trophy as Celtic captain. What an incredible player he is. And once more, the green and white ribbons over the Betfred Cup. Once more, Scott Brown, the Celtic captain, will lift the trophy. And here he is, Celtic, the Betfred Cup winners 2019. The fireworks over Hampden. We haven't even noticed the rain. One half is full, one half is empty. Glasgow is green and white.
Certainly that puts a marker, more than any other game, that puts a marker down that we are here to stay, and we don't want to give away any of our trophies. People will talk about, this being it's the League Cup and that it wouldn't be worth anything, but by the way, what we have done, how we have achieved this, how we've been able to sustain the level that we have to get these kind of victories, it takes so much, and these boys have got that in abundance.
Well, Neil Lennon, the last up behind Fraser Forster. I'm sure two of the biggest cheers will be for the goalkeeper, and of course to the manager. So delighted for Neil Lennon as well.
Oh yeah, without any shadow of a doubt. He's a guy that's getting come in and put his own stamp on the level of performances. Again, as I've talked about, not our best today, but we've got the Neil Lennon's heart, we've got Neil Lennon's spirit, and we've got Neil Lennon's fight, and that's what the boys have produced today.
A cheer for Jeremy Frimpong. I'm sure the biggest cheer will be to Fraser Forster. It'd be funny if he dropped it.
No chance.
What a performance, and there is Neil Lennon holding it aloft with Fraser Forster. Celtic fans delighted for the Irishman. on the anniversary, the 19th anniversary of the day that he signed for Celtic as a player. He has led Celtic to another League Cup triumph.
Yes, what a special day for him, isn't it? A very significant day for him, is the day that they signed, and what an anniversary it is for him to be able to glove, hopefully, the first of 3 trophies for him. He will be enjoying this, he will be loving every bit, every moment of this game. It will be a huge relief, and he will say that, but the trophy, the League Cup, is back at the Celtic cabinet.
It's so important as well, Tom, for for like Jeremy Frimpong, Christopher Julian, guys like that, Mo El Yunusi. It's the first trophy as a Celtic player.
Well, it does. It gives you that. Excuse me, I might have to join in with some of them. I know my voice is gone as it was on Wednesday, and it might be become not being able to understand as the fans are celebrating.
Well, it's wonderful. Once again, the green and white confetti on the Hampden pitch. The Celtic players, well, they certainly enjoyed that triumph. They really had to dig deep when they went down to 10 men, but they did it. Brilliant character.
Well, as you said, I think we got better as the game went on in terms of getting more better organised, getting those first balls, winning those first balls. Yes, we'd conceded a little bit of territory, but that was to be expected when you've got 10 men. We've done that in the past and managed to dig deep and managed to come through it. And I thought at times some of the football was better when we've been able to get with our heads up, get in control. And I know that Lewis Morgan, it's sometimes a thankless tackles up there, but obviously the difference that a guy like Edward can come on and make, and the impact that he can create, that would cause the defences all sorts of panic, and that's what he did when he come on as well. So yes, it was a backs to the wall performance today, but Christopher Gillen celebrating it as though he's his first one, I believe. I think.
Listen, and when you score the winning goal in a cup final, you are entitled to celebrate any which way you can.
I would never know. But yes, you can imagine that they'll all be going to enjoy themselves.
Well, Hampden is packed full of celebrating Celtic fans, and on the pitch celebrating Celtic players. The treble winners have now won the first trophy of the 2019-20 season, and I think psychologically as well, we saw in midweek the fact that Celtic now have that 2-point lead at the top of the table, Tom, and then the fact that we've now won the first trophy of the season, psychologically that's a massive boost for the team, and particularly given the way the game went.
I know, and I know some people get annoyed when we start talking over this, Paul, so I don't know if you want to wait and listen and let the walk on come through and come over the sound system.
I'm happy to do that. Well, Celtic
Stunning.
walked on through the rain and have lifted the League Cup once again, and the Celtic players quite rightly enjoying this moment. And this is a team that just do not know how to lose. That's 31 consecutive domestic cup ties, not just unbeaten, won, and you would know how difficult it is to win the cup in any given season. To do that now, we're into a 4th season of that.
Well, especially cup competitions, you would think with the squad we've got a good chance of winning the leagues because it's so strong. But that shows an unbelievable degree of performance to be able to sustain that in one-off games, which are so difficult. We've been here, there and everywhere. To come to Hampden, which used to be not a bogey place for us, but we didn't do it as well as probably we did at times, and we're now turning that into a second home. And it takes all types of performances, as there's Christopher Julian leading the way over there as well. And yes, but it shows you where this football club is. It shows you the heart at the football club. And the determination that it has got, and never to accept defeat, never to be beaten, and obviously to continue that run we've gone. And the thing is, nobody wants this to finish. You don't want the team that goes. It's going to finish at some stage, but you just don't want you to be the team, and that's why you don't want the team that it goes with, or goes from.
Well, there is no let up in the fixtures, of course. Celtic will travel to Romania for this Thursday's Europa League game against Cluj. Of course, Celtic are already qualified, they've already won the group, and Scott Brown won't be playing, obviously, and I think there may be a chance for the manager to rest some weary legs. And then next weekend we have Hibs at Paradise next Sunday. Christopher Ayer, we talked about Christopher Julian's goal. Christopher Ayer as well, outstanding, because especially when he had to fill in the right back.
Well, he did, and he certainly performed. He had some wonderful tackles, and being able to stand up, uses his height and his pace and his ability, and use his tackling skills, because certainly quite a few times he was managing to get in there and get some very testing tackles. And the only one mistake I thought he really made was just diving in when Morelos, Fraser may have done another wonderful save. I think he should have just stood him up, used his pace to get back into him and force Morelos away. But other than that, outstanding, all outstanding. And the man on the holding the cup just now is Julien, the number 2, who's been the match winner today, obviously by getting the goal, but obviously the man in the match today would have been the one and the only Fraser Foster.
Well, the Celtic players just making their way up the tunnel area now, and we will bid you farewell from the National Stadium and let you enjoy the rest of your celebrations this afternoon. Celtic won their 4th League Cup title in a row.
I think just looking at some of the pictures there,
Scott Brown's medal
had fallen off or something, that's why. But
Celtic, Neil Lennon has the trophy. He is another cup winner once again, and Celtic retain the trophy. That's now 10 domestic trophies in a row. Tom, thanks for joining us in Celtic TV.
You're welcome.
And thanks for joining us wherever you have been watching or listening throughout the world. Enjoy the rest of your celebrations. We leave you here for the National Stadium. The Betfred Cup holders have won yet again. It finished here at Hampden. Celtic 1, Rangers 0.